So hot. I was at a university all morning. As I returned to the key bar, the heat is now becoming unbearable. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check App Channel on my phone. I mostly frequent the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. Search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Mark Sekirisu's stabbing, but turn up nothing. So were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. Wait, John Titor is back? John Titor appeared on an American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have time traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claim started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Titor also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. The start of Iraq War, the spread of the Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, for example. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time machine and provided pictures of its operational manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other too. That's why, to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, that same John Titor is now in a Japanese BBS? Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is an American, yet now he's posting on App Channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his posts. Okay. It's a name, I guess. I guess I should read this. I came here to change my present. In other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone's free. You'll lose it all in just 20 short years. It's vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What's a trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. You only said CERN has time machines. You got a time machine. That must mean you're working for CERN. Therefore, your goal can't be to destroy CERN's dystopia. You're a fraud. Kill yourself. QED. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much mangas if you think you could get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You trying to play God? If they're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords, A la fucking Mao. My time machine is a prototype reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single, all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we'll eat, where we'll live, and whom we'll marry. There's no privacy and no choice. Anyone who dares oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. In the movies and stuff, small changes in the past cause huge changes in the future. We've already changed the present by coming here, so what happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying CERN rules the world? Do you even know what CERN is, lol? OP is a faggot and a troll. So if we find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler, Lameo, will never be born and we don't have to listen to this bullshit, am I right? I want to know if you could beat your past self. Could you have self-cessed? I'm even reading this shit. You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox. That's been debunked. This world line has a divergence of 0.571024% compared to the world line I came from. Killing my father would alter the divergence, creating a world line where my father's dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution. It hasn't changed in 2036. It's possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. However, I haven't met my past self. If you're really a time traveler, then fucking prove it. Post time machine pics or get the fuck out. Many worlds interpretation? Whoa, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world. Lol, what? I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I'm only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. A trip code is a way to identify posters. Put hashtag password after your name. All backpedaling. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on this world's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would change by about 0.0000002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been many sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Titor wrote 10 years ago. I read one of the books on Titor, that's how I know. This new John Titor is clearly an imposter. There are many Titor fanatics on @channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone will fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveler as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? Figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titor thread archive in English and plenty of Titor blogs in Japanese. I entered John Titor's name into a search engine. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current John Titor's postings on @channel. I can't find a single trace of the Titor from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years ago. Back then I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I try searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same result. What's this madness? Feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. Oh shit, I got new mail, dude. Oh. Mail up. Dude. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much that I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings at Samidari. Samidare. Whatever. Fuck. Get out of here, phone. I'll call Daru. He'll know about Titor for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Titor before. I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig my phone out of my bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By May Queen, he means May Queen Nyan Squared, a maid cafe. Daru's a regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too. May Queen plus Nyan Squared is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kuramai-Beshidori, take a left at the Sumakoi-Saka crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during the summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radio Kaikan incident. Oh shit, I'm actually dropping frames. My bad, guys. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. Hopefully it's not too bad. I don't know how the frame drop was, but oh well. As long as I'm getting the recording, it's all good. As long as my computer doesn't fucking suddenly crash. Like it did last time. The Radio Kaikan building still seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape.
謎の人工衛星墜落から一夜明けた秋葉原です。警察による規制は解除され、駅前にはものすごい数の人が集まっています。墜落した人工衛星がどこの国のものなのかについては現在も調査中とのことで、詳しいことがわかるまで撤去ができない状態です。警察の発表によりますと、爆発などの危険は今のところないということですが、秋葉原を訪れた買い物客や地元商店街の関係者からは不安の声が上がっています。
The media has dozens of cameras set up outside of the police line. There are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. Yeah, I'm dropping frames. I don't know what to do about that, dude. I'm sorry. Alright, I will change the bitrate to 69, dude. I'm not using, because before I was uploading shit, but now I'm not, so I don't know what's going on. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. They, like always, Otaku are shopping for doujinshi, import games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Aside from the scene at Radio Kaikan, it's the same as any other day. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street. And there in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. She took a picture. The phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turned around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. This bitch snapped my picture, dude. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene and not just me. But still, I need to have a word with her. The organization's after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out.
Wait!
She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English?
ちょっとそこで携帯カメラを使っているあなた、待ってください。
She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course her phone turns with her.
ってよせ、通るんじゃない。まさか機関の差し金か。
She completely ignores my objection. Then she goes back to looking at her phone.
質問に答えてもらいたいんですかね。あなたは機関の人間か。
If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures.
違うのか。違うとしても問題がありますよ。俺の写真を持っていると機関に知られれば、あなたにも奴らの魔の手が伸びるかもしれない。とにかく今撮った俺の写真を即刻削除してほしい。
Is she even listening?
謝る。
Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something.
不快にさせたなら
She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell.
謝るより先に写真を削除してほしいわけだが。
風景撮ってた。
Her fingers dance across her phone's keys with impressive speed, exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern.
風景を撮っていた？観光客？
I just realized my webcam is obscuring the date on this HUD. You can't see, but it's the 7th of the 29th. Well, it's fucking, what is the 7th? I don't know. July 29th. Thursday. But I guess I'll have to fix that next stream, dude. And think that through. Move it to the other side. But my phone's on the other side. Shit. Ugh. I don't know where to put my webcam. Maybe I have to think about it later. Move it slightly down. She shakes her head without looking at me.
証明自分が今日どこを歩いたか。
変なやつだな。
桐生萌か。
ん？
Shit. Is that big of an issue? Like, fucking hell, dude. If anything, someone else is probably using the internet. 'Cause I know my brother's here. He's probably fucking using the upload. Son of a bitch. Whatevs. This doesn't fix it, then I don't know what to do, dude.
名前
I guess she's introducing herself. It's nice, but I just wanted to delete that photo.
聞きたいことがある。
それより写真を。
都市伝説秋葉原の知らない？
Urban legend? What's she talking about? Don't tell me there's a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara? And now that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld?
俺はこの町に長く居すぎたのかもしれん。だがそろそろ潮時か。
Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad that...
幻のレトロ PC。
レトロ PC？
She replies with a nod, or something like a nod.
秋葉原のどこかにあるらしくて、それが。
そうか。
Is the stream still fucked? I think it's still fucked. Whatever. Nothing about a mad scientist. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a phantom retro PC.
幻のレトロ PC というとキュッパチあたりか？
It's the first model that comes to mind. But a 98's really that hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake.
いいえ、これ。
She turns her phone towards me. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell since the picture's monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks kind of familiar.
IBN 5100。
IBN 5100.
ジョン・タイターが手に入れようとした PC か。
Fingers twitch, I think.
見たことは？
ない。名前を知ってるぐらいだ。
Coincidence?
これもシュタインズゲートの選択かもしれん。
詳しい人知らない？
ダルンならば詳しく知っているかもな。そいつは俺のマイフェイバリットライトアームであるスーパーハッカーでな。 MI6 の中枢にすらハッキングできる実力の持ち主なのだ。
The MI6 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, men in black would break down our door and take us away. The super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at May Queen at Nyan Squared. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know.
では俺は行く。女よ。メディアスクラムもほどほどにな。
Yeah, whatever. Oh. But she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd.
何をする？
メルアド教えて。
何が狙いだ？
スーパーハッカーの。
I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. My fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. Defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design.
断る。今ダルを失うわけにはいかん。
I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. She's following me. I pick up the pace, but she's still chasing me.
俺の後ろを歩くな。
Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is a picture of me that she took.
ゲー、まだ削除していなかったのか。
教えてくれたら削除する。
この俺を脅すとは。貴様、何者だ。
I attempt to glare her into submission, but her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective.
私は
She hesitates
ア
for a
ークデ
second.
ィライトのバイト。
なんだそれは。
ヘンプロ秋葉原にある。
Does this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work?
貴様、俺の写真を無断で記事にするつもりだな。
The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no
交
choice.
換条件に乗ろう。
At any rate, as long as has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters my info with terrifying speed.
そうか。この女、能力者か。
I dub her power Shining Finger. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. She's done typing my address. It took all 5 seconds.
名前は
法院京馬。マッドサイエンティストだ。
どう書くの？
フェニックスの法王に陰、そして凶悪なる真実。
は？
フェニックスの法王に陰、そして凶悪なる真実だ。
I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explaining the in part of Hoin would take too long, so I left it out. Enters my name with her head tilted to the side.
こう？
なんだこれは、ふざけるな。俺のマナをバカにするつもりか。
Yeah, I know, fucking Japan's way behind. She lowers her head a little more, an apologetic bow, I guess.
ならば携帯を貸せ。俺が入力してやる。
My frames, I've stopped dropping frames. I think it might be. Is it better? Like, I haven't dropped any frames in a little while. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm gonna do? Her reaction's a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not gonna hand her phone over, so I ask her for her address instead. I'll send her a blank mail. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot it already, so I enter her as Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I didn't need to type anything. It's just to give her my name. I already put her in my contacts. Just send a blank email to Shining Figure. She frowns while looking at her own phone. Then she glances my way. I feel those eyes clearly saying hurry up, but I'm hesitant. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to give her my true name. But regardless of how long I hesitate, I don't think that she'll let me go until I send her the email. She sure is persistent. Looks like I have no choice but to send the email. We exchange a few words and then I get away from her as fast as I can.
お帰りなさいませ、ご主人様。ああ、おかりんだ。
One of them's Mayuri, but here she's called Mayushi Nyanyan. Since she works here, I stop by about twice a month. It's fucking Mayuri, dude. Pretty guzzler. I guess that would make me a regular. Actually, I've never been to any other maid cafes.
おかり、お帰りなさいませ。
After bowing again, Mayuri gasps as if she thought of something.
ねえねえ、おかり。まゆしは今気づいたんだけどね。おかりん
My
と
dog's dying, dude.
おかえりって似てるね。
I don't want to leave him outside because it's raining, but I guess I'm gonna have to if he keeps fucking killing the stream, dude. Whatever.
今日もよく来たにゃん。ゆっくりしていってね。
The other maid who came to greet me, Ferisu Nyanyan, her professional name of course, hits me with her trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's May Queen Yan Square's most popular maid. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger.
ダルニャンも来てるにゃん。待ちぼうけしてるにゃん。
Oh my god, why would you do that? Were they all guys? Like, Daru frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Ferris. Because you know what they say, there's no girls on the internet. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Ferris, you're so cute, kawaii," to himself. He's got it real bad. "Ferris, kawaii desu yo ne." He keeps telling me to choose either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. I keep telling him to choose 2D or 3D. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me.
今日も期間打倒のための極秘会議かにゃ。
ああ、そんなところだ。
フェイリスも混ぜてほしいにゃ。
やめとけ。猫耳メイドが太刀打ちできるほど期間は甘くない。
そんなことないにゃ。フェイリスにはあの非奥義があるのにゃ。きっとお役に立てるにゃ。
何？あの非奥義、ついに得得したのか？
そうにゃ。ギアナコーチでの修行に耐え抜き、師匠の死も乗り越えて、フェイリスはついに手に入れたのにゃ。
What mentor? Ferris knows my true name, Hyoin Kyoma. I've also told her all about my organization, or all about the organization. Now she's more into it than I am. She's always been the one to bring it up, the subject, whenever we meet. By the way, this is the first time I've heard of this secret technique, whatever it is.
だから今日まあ約束通りフェイリスも精霊会議に参加させてほしいにゃ。
Ugh, she's not letting it go. It'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her.
お前、サンクチュアリに行くというのか？ダメだ。いくら非奥義を得得したとはいえ、あの場所はお前にはまだ早すぎる。
そんな約束したにゃ。にゃのに今日まはそれにあ 場所にはフェイリスのお兄ちゃんが。
Since when do you have a brother? And what the hell's this spirit conference anyway? Ferris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter, even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk with her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. And then she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on, you can only take it so far. There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Ferris has only delusions and made-up backstory. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her.
なんかわからないけど、マユシーもサンクチュアリっていうところに行きたいな。
Great, now look who's joined in. It's just gonna get worse from here. I have to end this conversation now.
来なくていい。この話はもう終わりだ。
今日まだけずるいにゃ。
This dog's going outside as soon as the scene's over, dude.
そうだよ。マユシーもフェリスちゃんもダメなんてね。オカリンは冷たいと思うのです。
フェリスとは誰だ？
フェリスちゃんはフェリスちゃんだよ。ねえ。
Cord. Myri and Ferris look at each other and smile. No! He pushed control! Fuck! This dog is ruining my stream, dude. Myri and Ferris look at each other and smile. Is she talking about this Ferris? Is that her real name? Have I been mistaken all this time? That's a disturbing thought. Well, Mayashi had a hard time saying Ferris, so I call her Ferris-chan instead. Oh, that's it. Looks like we're in girls' school. It's not too tabby. Alright then, moving on.
いいからさっさと案内してくれ。俺はいつまでここに立っていればいいんだ。
ごめんなさいにゃ。ご主人様、ご案内にゃ。マユシ、ご案内よろしくにゃんにゃ。任せてにゃんにゃ。
You haven't noticed the cat hair maids here at May Queen plus Nyan Squared are required to add cat sounds, nyas and nyans, to their words with some frequency. Myri takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently Mayashi Nyan Nyan is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. It probably comes naturally to her. She doesn't even realize the effect it has on her customers. That's why she's second to Ferris in popularity at this maid cafe. This fucking dog, dude. She guides me to Daru's table. Tables are about 60% full. Among Akiba's maid cafes, May Queen plus Nyan Square's popularity is solid but not booming. Considering what Ferris and the others are wearing, it's more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe. Furthermore, the cat ears and Nyanyanian dialect makes it less accessible to low-level otaku and first-timers. On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among die-hard maid cafe fans. Maids don't have cat ears! Cat ears plus maid equals 2 times moe. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara, but... Akihabara? I don't know. But it doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's what makes it more comfortable than most. At least, that's what Daru says. He talks about this stuff so much that it's been burned into my synapses.
Daru-kun, Okarin ga kita nya.
遅すぎでしょマジで。
Daru sits in front of me but doesn't look my way. He looks upset for some reason.
それで今フェイリスタンと何を話していたか詳しく。
聞きたいのか？どうせダルには理解できない話だと思うが。
Hell, even I didn't get most of it.
ああ、そっち系の話か。フェイリスタンとオカリンの会話は 普通のオタじゃついていけない領域に達してるよな。お二人だけの固有結界張りやがって。許さない、絶対にだ。
フェリスちゃんもオカリンのこと気に入ってるみたいだにゃ。お店の子、お店に来るご主人様たちみんな含めてフェリスちゃんのお話についていけるのはね、オカリンだけだもんにゃ。
I'm not even close to keeping up with
そ
them.
んなオカリンに嫉妬。なんという勝ち組。
嘘で塗り固めた女になど興味はない。
今日のお前が言うなすれはここですか。
黙れ浮気野郎めが。二次元の嫁が泣いているぞ。
ぐはー、痛いところ疲れたっす。
Daru theatrically grabs his chest and falls onto the table. I sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri brought to our table.
で、ご主人様、ご注文はお決まりですかにゃ。
オムライス、それとホットコーヒー、ブラックで。
かしこまりましにゃんにゃん。
After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way towards the counter as if swimming between the rows of tables. I hope she doesn't trip.
で、僕になんか用事だった？
Daru asks without getting up from the table. That's right. In my confrontations with Shining Finger and Catgirl, I almost forgot my original objective.
あと1時間ぐらいしたらラボに行くつもりだったんだけど。
内密で緊急の話があるのだ。
I lean on the table and scan the area without moving my head.
ジョン・タイターは知っているよな。
ジョン・タイター？誰？
アメリカに10年ほど前に現れた自称未来人だ。お前とは以前こいつの話題をしたはずだぞ。
またオカリンのいつもの設定？
設定とか言うな。俺が話すことは全て真実だ。
ああ、めんどくせえ。じゃあ付き合ってやるけどさ、そのタイターってやつが未来人だっていうソースは？
待て、なんでそんな初耳のような言い方をする？
事実初耳だから。
忘れたわけではなく？
自信はないけど。
日本でもそいつに関する本が出ている。
その本を見せてくれたら思い出せるかも。
本当に何も知らないのか？
人の記憶力なんて結構曖昧なもんしょ。
This is wrong. I remember talking to Daru about John Taito back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Daru forgot about it. Daru's quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Daru looked up info on John Taito. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken, or everyone else's?
だったら IBN5100 については？
へえ、オカリンがそんな PC を知ってるなんてね。やるじゃん。
知っているんだな。
IBN が1975年に発売したモデルっしょ。
Right, that's what John Taito said on At Channel. He traveled to 1975 first, obtained an IBN 5100, and leaped to 1998.
どんな PC なんだ？
値段高すぎの PC だな。黎明期だったからすげえ高くて、個人には手が出せなかったらしい。IBN の独自技術が詰まった、その当時にしては結構優秀な PC だったんだけどね。IBN は6年後の1981年に IBN-PC っていう大ヒットシリーズを発売してて、そっちの方が有名なわけ。つうか僕も IBN5100 の知識はネットのウィキを見たことがあるぐらいだぞ。
それが現在の秋葉にあるという都市伝説を聞いたことは？
おう、あるある。1ヶ月前ぐらいにネットで話題になったな。で、その噂を聞きつけたアットちゃんの有志が秋葉中のショップを探して回ったんだよ。フレパラのフレンドにゲジネって人がいるんだけど、その人が中心になってね。あの疾風陣雷のナイトハルトまで出張ってきたらしいけど、結局見つからなかったんだって。
じゃあ都市伝説はデマだったということか？
さあ知らねえ。秋葉にはアンダーグラウンドなショップがたくさんあるし、案外どっかの怪しいショップにひょっこり転がっててもおかしくないんじゃね？
ふむ、なるほど。
Whoa! Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Moeka. I'm a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arcadirai. Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots for Akihabara for work. And you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite at Lameo. By the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. That's why I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Oh god. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking this, Okabe-kun, but it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBM 5100. I don't really know anything about computers, especially older computers. All I have to go on is that picture I showed you. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positively sure to reply, okay? I'll be waiting. And if you could, I'd be super happy if you give me your super hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to mail you again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Moeka. Oh, come on. What's with this mail? Disregarding the weird timing. Is this really the gloomy, unsociable woman I met in front of Radio Kaikon? She's like a completely different person in this email. Does she have a split personality or something? Well, I got some info on the IBM 5100, so I guess I should give her a reply. But if I send an immediate reply to a woman I just met, won't I come off as clingy and desperate? I, Hyoin Kyoma, will not be taken lightly. This is my chance to make her understand which one of us is the superior human being. And above all, I have yet to ascertain if she can be trusted. She might start harassing me if I reply the wrong way. And besides, she hasn't proven that she's not working for the organization. Nonetheless, it couldn't hurt to tell her what I learned from Daru. To discourage her, of course. Let's ignore it. This is out of kindness.
待たせたな、ダル。それで一つだけ確認したいんだが。
I scan the area with my eyes once more. Then I lean in close.
IBN 5100は世界滅亡の引き金になるアイテムなんだな。
なんでだよ。引き金にはならないし、世界滅亡もしないっつの。
Just a meme, dude. TBH. I don't think you understand how much of just a meme he is.
にゃに世界滅亡しちゃうのかにゃ。
Ferris brings my omelette rice. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced on one hand. True feline agility. Despite her nyanyanian nonsense, Ferris is the consummate professional.
ご主人様、お待たせしましたにゃんにゃ。オムライスにゃん。
The cat girl puts the omelette rice on the table and then takes a bottle of ketchup from her apron pocket. She uses it to write, "The world is doomed" in red letters upon the omelette's blank yellow canvas.
世界滅亡前にどうぞ召し上がれ。
うお、世界がやばい、きたー。フェイリスさんの丸文字の可愛さに僕もやばい。
It appears the cuteness has shattered Daru's sanity. I give him a look that says, "Calm down," but to no avail. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of my spoon, erasing the ketchup's words.
ああ、もったいない。
I'm gonna eat it either way.
ダルニャンダルニャン、フェイリス杯の件考えてくれたかにゃ。
ああ、もちろん。僕も参加します。
フェイリス杯？なんだそれは。
Take a mouthful of omelette rice.
次の日曜日にこの店でライネットの大会をやるのにゃ。
Better start dancing in place. I prefer she not jump around like that when people are eating nearby.
フェイリスはその幹事である実行委員長、つまり言い出しっぺなのにゃ。よかったら今日も参加するにゃ。参加費はドリンク込みで1000円。フェイリスに勝てた人には商品として手作り料理を振る舞うにゃ。
無理無理。オカリンはライネットには詳しくないんだ。
にゃー、面白いのに。
いいんだ、俺は。
Stop shoveling the omelette rice into my mouth. Then I deliver a melancholy sigh.
ライネットアクセスバトラーズか。その名を聞くたびチャンピオンだったあいつのことを思い出す。いや、なんでもない。今のは忘れてくれ。
にゃにゃ、すっごく思わせぶりな態度だったのにゃ。あいつって誰にゃ？
多分存在しないんじゃね？ライネットって公式大会が始まったのは1年前ぐらいだし。
京馬、あの人のことまだ忘れられないのかにゃ。
はあ？
確かにあの頃、あの人フェイリスのお兄ちゃんと京馬はとっても仲が良くて、フェイリスも嫉妬しちゃうぐらいだったにゃ。
Damn it, she took my story and ran with it again. Never even said anything about him being her brother. Hell, I don't know if Ferris even has siblings. I shouldn't have talked about stuff like this in front of Ferris.
でもいい加減思い出にばかりすがるのはやめるにゃ。
A shout resounds throughout the store. Her finger snaps at
フ
me.
ェイリスは辛くても辛いからこそお兄ちゃんの意志を継いでライネッターになったんだにゃ。覚えてるかにゃ。お兄ちゃんがいつも言ってた言葉、いつかライネットで世界に平和をもたらそうって。
フェイリス、コーヒー持ってきて。
にゃにゃ。
I present my empty plate to Ferris. I always eat quickly. It's a habit I picked up naturally during my years on the run from the organization. Screw the slow food trend.
かしこまりましたにゃ。少々お待ちください。
Ferris takes the dish and heads back to the counter. Phew. If I'd left things going as they were, I would have had to play along for another 10 minutes in her fantasy world.
フェイリスタンは知る人ぞ知る実力派ライネッターなんだぜ。
Daru explains with a wry smile.
非公式の野良試合では400戦無敗なのさ。
Oh my god, dude.
ヒクソンかよ。
Calm down. I think she's pretty cute. I think your tastes differ from my tastes, and therefore you're a fucking faggot and you should kill yourself. Daru ignores my perfect retort.
フェイリスタンが公式大会に出ないのが残念だよ。
It's
出れば
gone
優
on
勝間違いなしなのに。
なんで出ないんだ？
この店のご主人様たちを第一に考えてるってことっしょ。店に迷惑をかけてまで大会には出ないってスタンス、メイドの鏡だろマジで。それにマユシと同い年だから学校も行かなきゃいけないだろうし。
店に迷惑かけないと言っておきながら、フェイリス杯なるものを店で開くのか？
細けいことはいいんだよ。とりあえずフェイリスタンは可愛い。可愛いは正義。猫耳ロリメイドはけしからん。性的な意味で。それでいいだろう。
お前は結局2次元派なのか3次元派なのか、どちらなのだ？
あえて言おう。倍であると。
Give me a sec. And that. That's a good meme. That. That.
いろいろとフリーダムだな、ダルは。
Apologies for all the technical difficulties.
よく言われます。さあせん。
Daru usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exceptions are Moe and Fettis. I wish you were this passionate about our experiments.